and this is Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. You're welcome to Political Arena on Women Radio. Excuse me. Political Arena is the program where we examine political issues shaping Nigeria's democracy with a strong focus on inclusion, equity, and representation. My name is Pumilayo Bangala, and I'm glad to be here. We have some amazing guests, but before we go ahead, we are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and then you can listen to us on the go via our website, www.wfm917.com. We'd like for you to join in the conversation this morning. And the numbers to call 07000 917 or 0800 1235 917. You can text or WhatsApp us or send your voice notes to 0703 175 6537 or 08155 917 917. Of course, I'm not going to go ahead without saying a very big happy new month, happy second half of the year to every single person, every Women Radio family member who's listening to us this morning. We pray that this month and this year, the rest of the year, it brings peace and joy to us, not just as individuals, but as a nation. Okay, let's get to it. When we talk about leadership, our minds often go straight to maybe, excuse me, elected officials, government appointments, public offices. But is political office, is that the only way to measure leadership? Because across Nigeria, we have individuals who are making impact every day, all day, without holding elected positions. I'm talking people who are influencing policies, they're mobilizing communities, they're advocating for change, they're mentoring young people, they're building businesses, they're founding businesses, and they're also driving social transformation. So today we're asking the question, what does leadership look like beyond political office? Can citizens shape governance without contesting for elections? What role do advocacy, civic engagement, community leadership play? What role do these play in nation building? And joining me today to discuss this are some members of the pioneer class of the Citadel School of Government. If you are not a stranger, you know that Buki Fabajala always talks about Citadel School of Government, and they've graduated. So we have some members of the pioneer class of them here, Dr. Sonia Evie and Dr. Emmanuel Timile Olashere, who are here to speak to us. Good morning, Dr. Sonia. I hope you are well. Happy new month to you.
Wish you the same for me. It's good to see you, and welcome, Tilly. Yeah,
yes,
happy new month to you too. Yeah.
Happy new month to you, Dr. TV. How are you, sir?
Yeah, happy new month to you, Olufumi. Nice having you, or nice having me on board. Thank you for.
Yes. You want to take my job?
Yeah.
All
Thanks
right,
for having me.
You're very, very welcome. First of all, congratulations on your graduation from the the Citadel School of Governance.
Yeah, thank you very much. And
I want to ask before we get into it, how was the school? What was your experience? Is it something that you recommend to people? Dr. Evie.
All right, sounds good. Citadel School of Government was just a totally new game, right? It was a total game changer because for people going to different programs for different reasons. You know, I was already acquired my doctorate, but in terms of governance, in terms of those, it was a whole package. Everything from even the things that you wouldn't expect you learn in school, like you know, how to run your family, how to run your business, how to manage people, everything was just a whole package. And I can't say so. Things I picked in, you know, courses that we did in terms of strategic management, things about elections, things about politics, everything was all one put within that combo of 9 months. And I'm sure Timmy will agree with me that we just felt like, gosh, this 9 months is not enough. This course should have been for 2 years or something. But you know, for Pioneer, it was just a very, you know, interesting haul that we came off a lot more empowered to say we are going to bring change to our society. We're change makers and we are leaders that are enforcing change. And so that space shaped our narrative, helped us to craft it in a better way, and then empowered us to put us in a bigger platform to go perform what we've learned.
Amazing. What about you, Dr. Timmy?
Yeah, thank you very much. Citadel School of Government for me is like the platform that actually helps me bridge the gap between my background, private sector, and the public sector. Even without having to hold a political office holder, or a political office, I begin to see the nuances of statecraft, how to manage politics, how to manage people, how to manage expectation of people in terms of what they're expecting from government. So it's a broad-based program. Actually, the 9 months was one of the best 9 months in my life, I will confess. So it was a wonderful platform, and I recommend this for everybody. Anyone who wants to matter in the things that matter in this country must find his way to Citadel School of Government. Thank you.
All right. So, Dr. Ivie, leadership beyond political office. What does this mean to you? Because typically Nigerians just think that leadership has to happen, let me just enter House of Rep, let me be a local government chairman. When you hear this, what does it mean to you?
Thank you for that question for me. I think let's even first of all define what leadership is, right? So leadership in itself is influence in the place of service. You don't need a political office to serve. So wherever you are in that little space of yours, 3 keywords I would always use to wrap that up would be say SOS. So remember that SOS. You see, take ownership, and then serve. Once ever you find a problem, take ownership or responsibility for it and find what can I do to bring a change here. Once you start in that your little space without waiting for permission from anybody, it's just a matter of time before somebody notices that, hey, I think this person has something to offer. So leadership will come to you on a platter of gold, and nobody is going to give you that space. So come and serve us and come and rule us. But it is in the influence, in the space of your service in little things, that office, it will naturally open up to you. So it goes beyond political office. Your office, your self-leadership, your ability to lead yourself, your ability to take ownership without waiting for somebody to prod you, your ability to put yourself in front to offer to serve, even when it looks like a pro bono, nobody's even noticing it. Don't wait for the limelight. Just start where you are.
I really love your answer, especially in the light of all the comments and reactions that have been happening, especially with regards insecurity in the nation, politics, elections, and all of that. So I want to ask you, Dr. Timmy, excuse me, when it comes to elections, for instance, Nigerians think that, the only power they have to effect change is during elections. You typically hear, your vote is your power to remove people from government or to bring them in. But building on what Dr. Sonia has just said, how can we reorientate our minds to know that actually you can do this outside of elections?
Okay, thank you very much for that wonderful question for me. You see, historically speaking, we as a people, we have been programmed to believe that it is only when you hold a political office that you can influence people across board. But the truth of the matter is, I will not actually say that the media is not a culprit in this. The media actually project political office holders than those who are not holding any political office, who are doing their things and influencing people, doing a lot of advocacy, volunteering, helping people to get something, doing a lot of mentoring. So for me, I think that what we need to do is to actually sit back and look at people who are doing fantastic things around us, and let's project them, especially to the youth, to those who are coming up. Let them see that it is not only when you hold a political office, that you can influence people, that you can actually bring a change to the society, as it were. It is not when you hold any political office that you can galvanize change in the society. For instance, this issue of insecurity, we are made to believe that, oh, it's only government that can solve this issue of insecurity. But the government, that is financing the security agency needs people to give them information with which they will work, and so on and so forth. So we have our parts to play, and it is not only when we hold political offices that we can actually do that. So for me, outside of political office, you can actually bring the change to the society that the society needs.
Thank you so much for that response, Dr. Timi. I'm coming to you, Dr. Sonia. I want to pick something from what Dr. Timi said. He mentioned a group of people, which is young people. Now, there are a lot of young people, women, and I'm saying it because you're also a woman, who want to make a difference, right? But they are discouraged by what's on ground or by politics. And there was something you said you don't have to wait for the government, or you don't have to wait for those positions to be able to make a difference. Now, I'm a young person, for instance, I want to effect a change. How do I go about this, being a leader beyond political offices?
Yeah, I think that it starts from little things, being found faithful in little things. I'm a faith-based person, so I'm just always going to come back from that point to say, even from my mentor, Pastor Bakari, he will always say that, and he will quote the scripture. Everybody knows he quotes the scripture, so permit me to do that. It says, he that is faithful in little will be faithful in much. Right, will be given much more. So if in the little space, whatever it is you're doing, you must pay attention to the details. Be excellent, especially for women. We don't have so much opportunities to make an impact. But that little that you are doing, remember, like I said earlier on, nobody is going to give you any permission because you're a woman, right? No. So if nobody gives you any permission and you can't find any room as a young person, create the room for yourself. And after you have created the room and you are seen to be making that influence, open the door for the next woman to come in. Because I always tend to believe that women can undo themselves. They just why is she trying to? I don't know. Men are not like that. They can just gather and watch football, and that's what they do. But for women, I mean, there's a lot of nuances, stereotypes. Is it in the religious spaces? Somebody says, oh, you are not supposed to do that. But for young people, it is your opportunity. You will not be that young for so long. So while you are in that space, can you carve a niche for yourself? Stop following others. Everyone has a unique assignment, and that unique assignment is tied to several other people. So you go in front. Remember, I said leadership is influence in service. Begin to serve. As you're serving in that little space that you remember, open up and stay there. And then I encourage other people. Very soon, somebody will notice what you are doing. There are a lot of young people that are making a lot of impact all over the world. Young people. Because that's the strength of the young people. They have a lot of energy. They can direct that energy in the right place. Stop waiting for things to come to you. You go and take what belongs to you, especially for the women folks. Don't narrow yourself to that mold that has been fitted concerning women. You change the narrative from your work, wherever it is that you are. Is it in the church? Is it in the marketplace? Is it in your business? Is it in your own social media? Go and carve a niche for yourself, and then use that niche to pull up other women. Don't pull them down. Don't.
I love that. I love that. Speaking of Citadel School of Governance, right? That's a school that was set up by Dr. Tunde Bakare, right? How important are schools like this, civil society organizations? How important the media, faith-based organizations? How important are these kinds of things when it comes to shaping governance? Because from what you both have said, we cannot be waiting for the government to do things for us. We have to, jump into the pool, literally, so to speak, to do them. So how important are these sort of organizations, community groups, for instance, Citadel School of Governance? I know Dr. Osasu Oguche has one as well. How important are they in shaping governance? SPPG as well, by Dr. Obi Ezekwesili. We're seeing them, but how important are they? And then should we increase the number? Should Nigerians, well-meaning Nigerians, also develop schools like this to be able to shape governance in the minds of people? Dr. Timmy, yes. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you very much, Fumi, once again. Well, let me start from the last question. Are just inadequate as we speak. There should be enough space. I mean, philanthropists in our society, entrepreneurs in our society must, as a matter of necessity, begin to create platforms that would, drive, the impetus for younger generation to take charge. Because the truth of the matter is, all of this platform, what they create is just the platform for mentorship. And by the time they have been mentored in leadership, in governance, in statecraft, and all of that, you find out that the great man in them, the great women in them will arouse. And by the time that arouses, of course, the heaven will be their limit. So for me, young people must start to, increase their skill potential level. I mean, I was discussing with somebody yesterday, and we were discussing about, he mentioned IQ. And I said IQ, which is intelligent quotient, has since left the bus stop of intelligence. It has moved to the bus stop of integrity. It is not integrity quotient. You have a lot of intelligent criminals in the society today. We need people who have integrity, who can come to governance with probity, with accountability, who would say that, look, I'm not going to steal, and nobody's going to steal any money within this space, and put their foot down. So we need those kind of platform that would give people the leverage to bring about, the change that we design as set. And the young people must actually arise, because they must actually begin with the skill sets. I mean, they must develop their skill set, create a kind of network with one another. And of course, if any one of them finds himself or herself within the political arena, he must go there and make a change. There's no shortcut to that. Go and make a change. Ensure that you go there, prove your credibility, prove your integrity, and let people see that, yes, there are still those in this, arena called Nigeria that have not, sold to the devil.
I know Dr. Sonia wants to say something. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I just want to quickly chip this in while Dr. Timmy was just there. Very, very key and very critical in terms of community. I think a lot of the young, because if you look at, that was the marginal age for the young people, 30 below, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you take that number, they are the largest population. If you want to look at Nigeria in terms of data, right? I'm also a researcher. Maybe about 75% of our whole entire population will be young people. So these ones that we have, female, male, and all of that, can they go ahead? How many of them are even prepared for the coming election? The government has done something that is very, very phenomenal. They've been able to create ability for them to go register digitally online. Get registered, get your PVC ready. When you are able to do that, change will not come to you. These young people will gather themselves and go on the streets on the day to vote. And when you vote, stay there and watch your vote counted. A lot of them, they just wait, oh, I'm not going to get involved because politics is dirty game. It's as dirty as we have allowed it to be. The young people starting from today, and even this faith-based organization will begin to go beyond with that in place of accountability. When Timmy talked about integrity and accountability, can we hold our people accountable? Begin to take the census. How many of you have registered for vote? Once you are 18, you are qualified. get your PVC, and it can be done online in the comfort of your home. You don't need to go anywhere. Everything is digital now. It's digital governance. So let them register. Once you register, get your PVC ready. So when it's time for elections and all of that, go there. That is governance. Be responsible. Find out who is your local government chairman. How many people even know who their council, what council chairman is? Can you make your impact felt from that little space? Once you can get that right, the young people will determine who is going to rule in the next elections.
That's correct.
Dependent on them. Then they can also begin to put themselves forward in that space because they have all of the power, which they are not leveraging. They should come together and make that happen for themselves. That, for me, is true governance. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As we round off, I mean, when you both were speaking, I was like, and you're talking about young people, I said to myself, we're having, you know, I don't want to say older generation, I don't want to be disrespectful, that are here. It would have been really, really like enlightening, like, or more heartwarming to see younger people come on the program. And interestingly, Buki Femi Ajala will tell you that I had asked her about this school of governance as well, because again, like you rightly said, we cannot keep on saying let them do it for them. We have to take our lives into our hands literally and fight for ourselves. So thank you so much for that. Before we go this morning, my last question to you both is this: somebody is listening to us right now, and he's a young person listening to us right now and is wondering, how can I start leading from where I am? This question is going to be two-pronged. From the mentorship perspective, like we have both of you here, what is the mentorship plan for younger people? And for younger people, how can I start leading from where I am? Dr. Timmy, you can start.
Okay, thank you very much. For every young people out there listening to me, the first thing I would like to tell you is value what matters to you. Whatever thing that you value, that matters to you, value it, work on it, try to create space for yourself. Because the truth is, somebody said, if you don't tell your story, nobody will tell your story for you. So with consistent, result-driven agenda, you can actually come to the space. Don't limit yourself. Ensure that you get mentors who will show you the way. You can't go it all alone. All alone. You have to get somebody to guide you. And this is what platforms like CSG is doing. Citadel School of Government and other platforms. They actually show the way, they guide, they mentor. As a matter of fact, in this our nine-month program, all of us were attached to one mentor or the other who have been our guide all along. So they teach us, they train us, they tell us from their experiences and all of that. And the last thing I would like to tell them is that go and look for a network. You need a network. Join a network.
And young people.
See?
Look out for opportunity, right? Once you see that opportunity, remember you're not going to get permission to do it.
Yeah.
Once you see it, take ownership for it. What can I do differently? I didn't get here. I began to build from the days of smaller things, faithfulness in little things that are assigned to you in your workplace, just showing up, just volunteering to do things when nobody's even telling, just be there. When you take ownership for a particular challenge, I am in the education space. I am so passionate about the education. Every child needs to be in the classroom. The adults in the classroom need to teach properly. And the system needs to ensure that these people, are being properly taught. So I've taken ownership for the educational sector. You take ownership for your own space. And begin to serve there. Serve in the little capacity you have. Can you write a book? Can you tell a story? Can you just do anything? Just do anything little that you can in your space. Like Timmy said, nobody's going to tell your story like you. Once you start, it's going to become a movement.
Yeah.
And all of those things have happened. Go and see the major changes that have happened all over the world. The youth were at the forefront of it. And that change should be done intelligently and should be done strategically and should be done as a continuum, not as a disruption that is going to cause chaos. No, organized disruption done intelligently to make a particular impact and tell a story. And that story is a legacy that we handed over to the next generation. That way, you would see that country, all of the leaders started when they were very young. So they should also begin to build their own narrative from where they are, so that at the end of the day, they are not waiting for somebody to open up the door for them. They open the door themselves, then we follow. They open the doors for others to come.
Thank you so much.
And one last thing, please. One last thing, if I may.
You may.
Our youth should learn to cultivate resilience. One thing we have found out is that the youth nowadays easily get bored. When they start a journey, when they start something that is of value, when they get to certain brick wall, instead for them to push through, they retract, and then the result you and I know. So let us encourage them to be resilient in whatever thing they do. The truth of the matter is that there will always be challenges. But when the challenges come, what do you do with it? You have to go through, or you go around it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. If I say that I haven't been blessed, this is very churchy, I would be telling a lie. I'm so inspired. I'm really, really inspired. Every day I'm thinking, you need to get into governance. And I feel like you both have set fire to me. I'll pick up Buki Fepedala on this, and then let's do this, because at the end of the day, I know you said if you don't, you are the only one that can say your story well, but then if you leave somebody else to say your story, they can say it from whatever perspective that they say it, and it might not be the right one. So it's time to take our future into our hands and fight. Thank you once again, and congratulations once again to you for graduating as the pioneer students from the Citadel School of Government. We hope and pray that you would see the fruits of is it the labor? Yes, your journey so far with them. Who's rooting for you. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right. Okay, this is still Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women. Leadership is not defined by title, like our guests have said this morning. SOS, see, observe, and serve.
See, own and serve.
Own. Thank you so much.
Take ownership.
And serve. Yes, take ownership in whatever sphere of influence you find yourself. Until next time, stay informed, stay inspired. My name is Fumi Bangbala. Thank you for listening. Up next is the news.